Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play EU4 as Hammerin, Holland. And the last time we finished up some wars and remained at peace for a while we let things core and gallery. This time we're probably going to continue to ensure that peace and stability reign in Holland while our aggressive expansion ticks down and we look towards war with Munster, as well as some possible exploration in the New World. Exploration and colonization in the New World, either in South America or in North America, whichever we end up getting our hands on first. However, in the meantime, we are currently hamstrung by our colonial range, and we can't really do much to increase it right now. I was gonna say we can't until Tech 7, where it increases by a tremendous amount. And at that point, hopefully, we'll be able to colonize plenty. So the goal right now is to reach that point. Of course, starting with taking Tech 6, as we are rather behind. 484 power, relatively cheap. Although, of course, for a 502, it's not too great. Our heir is magnificent, though, a 546. Of course, he's probably going to die, because that's just the way these things work. If you play EU4, you know that. So we'll just have to hope against hope that that doesn't come true. Please excuse me, guys. I'm just going to turn the music down a little bit. It's not too loud, but it's a little bit louder than I feel my voice is. And I don't want to have to shout during this recording session. I'd like to record a couple episodes today and just play. I've really been wanting to play recently, but work has kept me busy, and I started playing Black Desert Online with one of my friends and just kind of gotten carried away with that because that game is very easy to just lose yourself in. But anyway, I'm glad to be back here and playing EU4 again. I do love the game. I have a lot of hours played, 700 something at this point, so just really love the game. What's going on over here? Yeah, I remember that last time. Yep, Brandenburg is attempting to fight off a coalition war, I believe. Probably two. Yeah, two coalition wars. They're at war with a lot of people. A lot of people. But Brandenburg is also allied with a number of people. They're not allied with anyone, actually, as a matter of fact, anymore. I wonder why that is. But either way, there are people that are at war with them. Huh. I couldn't tell you why for sure. Hungary just keeps growing and growing. But it looks like they have broken their relations with Austria for one reason or another, which is actually good for me in terms of having to fight Austria later. They're allied with Lorraine, not too strong. Liège, not too strong either. Genoa, decently strong but not super strong. Palatinate, pretty strong actually. Palatinate is pretty hefty. Papal State, pretty strong. And then of course they themselves have a lot of manpower and soldiers and money. Of course, so do I, but still. I'm gonna see if I can shuffle in a new advisor here. I really don't need the missionary strength. They'll probably just pop it right back to me, but anything else, honestly, I'd love. Yearly inflation reduction, even that is fine by me. I have a little bit of inflation, so why not? I have Dutch ideas, but might as well. He's level 1, and I'd rather just pay for him than not pay for anything, so. Production efficiency. This building never seemed like it was that useful to me. The workshop. Marketplace, definitely valuable, but not too valuable unless you have places that are important centers of trade. like Holland clearly here, it's going to be really important. It's a coastal center of trade. It's the estuary. Like, that's just going to be very good. Same thing with Antwerpen. It will be called Antwerpen one day. I assure you that. That you can be sure of. Do have disputed succession in Saxony, Pomerania, Mantua, and Muscovy, along with Mecklenburg. Muscovy has air problems. They have no royal marriages, that's why. But they won't marry me, that's for sure. Saxony might marry me. I could maybe get Saxony to marry. I could fairly easily, in fact, if I improve some relations here. And I have a royal marriage slot, so I see no reason why I shouldn't try and do that. I'll just finish up the monthly tick of relation improvement, and then send them right back to grab the marriage, which will then trigger a succession war between me and Bohemia. Interesting. We'll see, we'll see. Bohemia is weakened, I know that for sure. They still have 18,000, which is a considerable force, plus their allies, but if I'm backed by at least France, then I'm not really too worried about anyone in general. Just because I'm so ridiculously strong with France. Ah, my trader died. That's unfortunate. Traders are one of the best things to have, especially as Holland. I guess we'll take the, what is this called? The, statesman, yeah. The diplomatic reputation is pretty solid overall. Looks like Brandenburg is crushing both of their coalition wars. Which is unfortunate, because that means they're just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger and snowball and kill everyone, probably. Not good for me, anyway. Not good for a lot of people, I would guess. I've completed my first mission 40 years after the start of the game. Become the Emperor. I don't think that would be a very achievable goal, or one that would be very useful necessarily. Papal controller, and improve our prestige. Have to have at least 50 prestige. It's also ridiculous. I guess I can say we'll go for become papal controller, because that is something I could possibly succeed at. Just not likely. I have one cardinal. Yes, and Brandenburg, now that they're at peace, has just rivaled me. I suppose I'd rivaled them earlier, so no harm, no foul. I knew they're gonna be a target eventually anyway, so it's important that I be able to just rival them now and get it over with. Cologne, of course, is our ally as well. I wasn't thinking about that. Cologne versus Bohemia. Has Ansbach, Hesse, and Salzburg. Salzburg is very weak. Hesse is very weak. Ansbach is pretty weak. So it'd just be Bohemia plus me, Cologne, France. I'm really not too worried about that eventuality if I do have to fight a succession war, which might not even happen, of course. Although, of course, their ruler is 43. Ah, well, now it says that they'll just get a monarch of my dynasty, which I'm okay with. That's a step towards the right direction. A step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction. Absolutely, sure. Why not? I will join a collaborative war with you, Cologne. I see no reason not to. And I can siege and get some credit for it. Get some participation score. How old is this guy at this point, this general? Can I see? It doesn't show me his age. Now, I wish that was a thing, a trait that they displayed. Well, he died. Just as I was saying, I wish I could see how old he was. Of course, I don't know how old he was, but we got Prosper Schuven, a 13332. 1332. It's pretty good for sieges and otherwise. 2 siege, yeah, we'll just throw all of them in here. We have max manpower, so I can suffer a few attrition ticks, I'm sure. We're not playing MEIOU. And taxes, Mu and taxes, we gain manpower quickly. Now, Cologne doesn't seem to be taking fights very intelligently to me, but I guess that's probably just because I'm the computer, or I'm the computer. I was about to say I'm the computer and they're the AI, because I'm the player and they're the AI. So of course I think everything they do is stupid, because every player should think that the things they do are stupid. Now, of course, this war is still very winnable. Cologne won that battle. Munster still has a bunch of troops. I still have tons of troops. It's not as if this war is going to be lost or even close. Both participating nations on the other side. Nations, not really nations at this point in time. Both participating land holders are being sieged, so the war is not bound to continue much longer. Bishopric and Mainz is being sieged, and the I think it's also, oh no, it's a duchy. The Duchy of Cleves is also being sieged. So as soon as both forts are occupied, then they will have no choice but to accept the peace deal that is offered to them by Cologne, and the war will be over. Pretty simple. Austria has influenced Alsace. Interesting that they're allied with, too. I haven't used the Great Power Mechanics much. I'm not really sure how they work. I need to have more than 303 development, though, I can tell you that. I'm going to need to develop quickly and gain a lot. And that's the end of the Siege of Cleve, which of course is over now. long as us a bunch of favors. I get 24 ducats, and they take Berg. Sounds good. Now, if I'm to attack Munster, does Cologne say, I have to defend them? Yes, they do. Of course they do. I could call France in on favors there and there. And really anywhere I wanted to, I could call France in for favors. The only question is, should I? No, I don't think so. He now has an heir. Unfortunate for me. Own 5 provinces at the center of trade. That seems difficult for me to be able to do. How is that reform desire looking? It's only 50. So it might be a while actually before the Reformation fires here. Looking at troop counts, do I think that Austria is beatable? 44,000 they have. France has 55. France has a lot. Of course, so does Austria. And it appears as though France... Who knows? France may be preparing to join Aragon in a war. That's what it seems like anyway. Portugal is really going off in Morocco, aren't they? Milan, like I think I pointed out in one of the previous episodes, is really snaking around there. And I'm just enjoying myself in the Netherlands without one of my key provinces. But I need that. I need that from Austria. Brandenburg is facing another war, the Bohemian conquest of Berlin, which they succeeded in. Bohemia, maybe not as weak as I thought. After all, they are expanding quite a bit. Although they did lose 4 provinces to Hungary, they've also gained 2 now, with significant or fairly significant development. Although the ones that they lost weren't too small either. We'll see how things turn out there. They forced Hesse to break their alliance with Bohemia. Bohemia, fewer allies. No. Either they gain... I'd rather just lose prestige there. It's ridiculous. I love events that are asking me if I want rebels to spawn. Yes, I love rebels. Of course I want rebels to spawn. I will always say yes to that. It just seems ridiculous to me, that's all. Maybe not to you, but definitely to me it seems ridiculous. We're a little bit behind on admin tech and military tech, or admin tech and diplo tech, but we're doing well in other regards, I would say, overall. Yep, there we go. Austria fighting Bohemia. Alright, well, I know it hasn't been the most exciting part, but we did participate in a war, a short war. We did our job and helped out a little bit, but for the most part, right now, there's not a lot to do in the campaign. So if you manage to sit through the whole part, I really commend you, and I should be watching your videos, not the other way around. I assure you that. But I've been Gata, and you've been you guys, so thanks for joining in, and I'll see you next time.